Yo, welcome.
Yo.
Welcome. Peace. Salutations, dude. How are you?
Oh, it's a beautiful International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day.
I couldn't be happier than I am to celebrate it with my friend Andy.
This is exactly what I pictured. Celebrating two great women in my life, Kellen and Carly Shay. Two of my favorite ladies. I'm doing it for y'all today, Queens. What do we need? I owe everybody flowers. This is
Yeah,
Valentine's Day on steroids.
yeah.
Everyone gets flowers. I got the lights fading colors today. I'm not doing this on my own. This is God's work. This is good.
Amen. You're
Amen,
not giving
brothers.
people seizures today.
No, that'll happen naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We are here to discuss another great episode, one of the greatest TV shows of all time. Episode 6, episode 4 on Netflix, but the real episode 6,
The real episode 6.
iNevel.
True.
True. This was a decent one. It was
Yeah.
the 6th episode on October 6th of
Ooh.
2007.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It was a pretty good one. It's got a lot going on. Layers, even.
I would say, yeah. I like that. Layers.
Yeah.
Let's before we rate it, let's start with what was happening in the world on
All right.
October 6th, 2006.
So with these, the top songs and top movies, unfortunately, they're ones that they've already been. Not a lot was happening at this point in 2007, nothing new.
Okay.
So top song, somehow still Crank That. I think last week Crank
I
That wasn't even
understand.
top song. It came back. Like,
I understand why that is though.
but why would it come back, you know?
I mean, why did it ever leave in the first place?
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Top movie is still the game plan though.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
That part I'm not okay with. Like, Crank That is a timeless song. The game plan was horrible. Anything had to have come out in that week.
Unfortunately, the people did not appreciate what was being given to them. The game plan remains at number one. What about what's going on with the champs?
The Ultimate Fighting Championship has taken a week off on October 6th, 2007.
What
They
were they
are
doing?
nobody knows. No one knows. They weren't fighting. I know that. Um, I don't know. I tried to look into like other sports news from that day, but then it just
Yeah,
got too deep and it was all like this person scored 30 points. And I'm like, that's boring. We stick to fucking what we
yeah,
know on this show.
yeah.
So I got nothing. They took a day off that weekend. It was,
That's okay, I guess.
it's all right. Next weekend they took off too, and then it gets exciting again.
Okay,
Yeah, they pick it back up.
okay.
But luckily for America, they had other entertainment to go on this week. They had
They had
iNevel.
Neville.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you rate this one? How many spaghetti tacos do you give this episode out of 5 this week? We're not giving sixes anymore.
Out of I
Scale it down, Kellen.
okay, out of five spaghetti tacos, we'll say, I'll say four.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna
yeah.
go with a 3.5.
Okay.
I did like this episode a lot. I want to say the laughs weren't all there for me. I didn't have any big chuckles, but there were
Yeah.
some entertaining parts.
It was, yeah, maybe not a big pop, but still fun to watch.
Yeah.
Still,
It's no pee on Carl, but it's also no I Dream of Dance. You know what I mean? It's a good episode. It was a good ep.
yeah.
So episode 6 starts off. Carly and Sam are pushing Freddie around in a shopping cart in the
Yes.
halls of school.
Where did they get it?
They're passing out flyers for iCarly. That was one of my main questions is where did they get it?
Like, they live in a city, and it's like kind of hard to just find a shopping cart in the city.
Well, yes and no.
If you don't
Like,
have a car,
true. And a shopping cart of that quality, that was a good shopping cart. Like, it
yeah,
wasn't
like
rusted out.
Where did they find it? They had to
Yeah,
go kind of out of their way to get it.
yeah. No, that wasn't a because Wegmans has black carts. It wasn't a Wegmans.
Yeah.
Could have been a wasn't a Walmart cart. I don't know. I don't know what they did here, but they figured it out. My other question for this is, what do they do with the cart while they're in class? Where does the
Park
cart
it.
go? Where does the cart go? Does it just sit in the hallway? Because I don't think anybody walking by would be okay with that.
No. When we were in college, we like uh in the apartment that James was in college, like before, like the apartment that he was in when I met him.
Hmm.
Once his roommate like brought a uh shopping cart with this giant sign for a church into the apartment, and it just lived in the living room for like 4 months.
Did you use it for storage at least?
They put garbage in it.
That's not okay. Actually, it is kind of funny because you just wheel it right out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I like
So
I like where his head's at on this.
they meet the beatboxing kid again.
The beatboxing kid is there. They pass him a flyer.
Yeah.
Then we get introduced to a new character who I believe comes back. This is a recurring character, Jeremy,
Yeah.
the kid who is always sick
The
since
German.
since the first grade apparently. So they say.
Yeah.
So he sneezes into a flyer, coughs into a flyer, whatever you want to call it. And then Sam drops a gem here. She calls him a lump.
Love that.
I do love that. That's a good.
I
I
feel
might
like I
start using
started
that.
saying, yeah.
Yeah. Do you say that?
I think I like when I was younger, I used to because of iCarly.
Makes sense. Who who would you describe between our mutual friends as a lump?
Chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chance and Kier. The whole
Oh,
pub
yeah.
jokes team is lumps.
Public team slums. We went there last night and you know Elvis?
Elvis.
Was he there when you were there at the bar? Were you there?
Oh, the bartender?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He apparently used to be a professional skater from like 1995 to 2003. Isn't
And
that
then,
fun?
and then what happened?
Then he said his bones started hurting.
Ah,
You know, the old bone hurt.
yeah, the old bone structure issues.
Yeah.
Elvis wasn't drinking his milk, I guess. So Carly, she proceeds to hand a flyer to a girl named Tasha,
Yes.
and Tasha says the show can't be cool since she hasn't heard of it on Nevelocity.com.
True.
So this is one of the first if I was Carly's for me.
Yeah.
Tasha was a little bit of a bitch.
True. Yes.
Carly kind of just took it, and I guess it was good for her to take the criticism, but not under that voice. Like, I don't know if full violence needed to be incited here, but maybe a mush. Maybe just
She wasn't
mush her
even like,
face.
but she wasn't really criticized because she's never seen it. She wasn't giving criticism. She was just like, ew, I'm not watching this because Neville isn't talking about it.
Yeah, that's enough. That calls for a mush to me.
Sam did bring out violence.
She did. And I liked Sam's response here.
Yeah, an
She
appropriate response. She
yes.
didn't just take it.
No, she wings the shopping cart at her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we want.
Would you ever have used your shopping cart for violence?
Um, well, when we had the shopping cart, I was 19. So I feel like I wasn't really in my prime violence with shopping carts era.
I feel that.
There were responsibility or like what consequences? Yeah,
Yeah.
consequences.
No, there's a certain era of when you can throw shopping carts in people's directions, and 19
I
is past it.
I tell you what, if there's any kids watching, you guys got to start swinging because there's no consequences when you're a kid. You have
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
more.
dude. It's weird because that was always like a huge fear for me as a kid was like going to jail, but it
Yeah.
it couldn't have happened back
Yeah.
then.
Like you could have murdered someone and they'd still be like iffy on whether or not you go to jail.
Yeah, yeah. They're like he's charged as a child. He'll be
Yeah.
4 years. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I should have done so much more.
dude. A 12-year-old. Not to get too off topic, but so Syracuse's basketball coach Jim Boeheim. Okay, he's been their coach for like 44, 45 years. Very old man. Been there
Yeah.
forever. Uh, but he's like a legend in Syracuse. There's not much going on up there, so like everyone loves Jim Boeheim.
Yeah.
So last week or 2 weeks ago, his wife was robbed at gunpoint in the mall parking lot, and I remember reading the article, and I was like, this couldn't have been anyone from my era. Like
Yeah.
nobody that's like I'm 27, I'll be 28 in a couple days, so like no one 25 or older would rob Julie Boeheim at gunpoint. They respect
Yeah.
her husband too much. And then come to find out, the kid that was arrested for it yesterday, he was 12 years old. So it was a 12-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah, 12-year-old robbed her at gunpoint in the parking lot. And I
oh
get
my
it
God.
because that kid doesn't remember the 2003 championship run. Like, what's he supposed to do? Like, that's some lady to him. He don't remember the fucking
Yeah.
titles. Yeah. That
That's
kid's seen
insane.
one Final Four in his life, so it's like whatever. I get it.
Yeah. Damn.
So, but I think that kid is like not being charged as an adult. That was the point of that.
Yeah.
Of
I
course.
figured.
Yeah.
Do more violence as a child.
Yes, exactly. Rob the coach's wife.
Rob the coach's wife. You
Yes.
won't get in that much trouble.
A little detention center, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, all right, we get into the theme song.
Yeah.
Spencer then comes home. We're in Carly's apartment here. Spencer comes home carrying 5 large paper bags of butter.
So much butter.
So much butter. All
Yeah.
different brands of butter, too. That's what I realized when he pulled them out. He pulled out 4 like small boxes, I guess you would call it, of butter, but they were all different butters.
Well, like,
Was that not
think
strange to
about
you?
like if you go to a grocery store near you, are you gonna have enough butter from all just one brand to fill up that much?
No, but I would think that the Lando Lakes is next to the Lando Lakes and the Vital Farms butter is next to, you know what I mean? Why is he stacking them in there like they only fit in Tetris way?
Yeah, okay.
It didn't make sense to me. I think if you're making a sculpture too, you want to have the same viscosity of all your butters.
I feel like there's, I don't know. Is there that much of a difference in butter?
I don't know. How many butters can you name?
Lando
Brands of butter.
Lakes.
All right.
Uh,
Vital Farms.
okay. Um, what's it? Organic Valley or something?
I don't know that one. I
I
know
feel like,
I know Kerrygold. That is a type of butter.
yeah. Uh, the Good and Gather Target brand
Oh,
butter.
oh shit.
Mm.
All right, yeah,
Ooh.
I'm out.
Okay.
I fucking submit, dude. It's all the butters I know.
So
So,
never question me again.
my bad. Survey says. So Spencer, he reveals that he's been hired to make a butter sculpture
Yeah.
for the bread contest, which is kind of funny. This is the first ever time that Spencer references money, which I
He
noticed,
doesn't even tell us how much. He
but
just says
he claims that it's a lot.
he just says it's money.
Yeah, but the way he says it, you can tell it's a lot. He's like,
Okay.
guess how much? She was like, how much? He's like, money. Like that means it's money.
All right, all right.
You don't double down on the word money for like a couple $100.
Yeah.
How much does a butter sculpture go for?
Well, first you have to factor in the cost of the butter, which is not that much. So it's
I'm
like
looking it up. How much
much.
does a butter sculpture cost? Uh, there's really not much on here. Okay.
It's just on Google. Google.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Okay.
She said, who is this? Sharon Buman says Illinois still owes. Oh wait, no, that's what they owe them. They owe this person 2,500. Okay, so around $10,000 for a butter sculpture.
That's pretty good for a butter sculpture.
Yeah,
Nothing nothing to turn your nose up at.
it was. How much butter is it?
$10,000? That feels like so much
That's a lot.
for fucking like for butter.
Yeah, it seems unnecessary.
You can't even keep it
Yeah, why not? Why not sculpt it out of something else?
and make it look like butter.
Yeah, I never understood ice sculptures either.
Uh, those, I wonder how expensive those are.
I
You're
mean,
making me realize that there's a lot in this world.
we can find out. I
A
know
lot of,
somebody that makes ice sculptures, and it's doesn't really. I don't know. It seems like it takes a lot of time, and it's really not that cool.
yeah, like I feel like you don't ever see an ice sculpture and you're like in awe. Like you're just like, oh, okay.
So most typical wedding ice sculptures cost in the $350 to $800 range. Much cheaper than butter.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, seems like the better choice, obviously.
Why is that? I feel like ice sculptures would be harder.
Yeah, but ice is much cheaper than
Yeah.
butter. Like a giant block of ice is just water.
Yeah. Okay.
Butter's a little expensive. It's a Biden economy. Fucking three, three years ago, butter sculptures were $50.
How far we've fallen.
Yeah, the Ukraine is driving up these butter sculpture prices. So, all right, we're getting off track here. Damn it.
Okay.
It's good for the soul. Spencer reveals he's making a lot of money. So we
Yeah.
think.
So we think
Then
$10,000.
$10,000. We'll go with that. Then iCarly begins filming. Carly and Sam state that they like to draw families on their toes.
That made me immediately jump to see who wrote this.
Absolutely. I knew we
I
were
was
on the
like,
same page here.
my
Yeah.
note literally just says feet. Like,
Yeah. Well, surprisingly, this wasn't a Schneider.
yeah, I know.
This wasn't a Dan original masterpiece.
I
Somebody
feel like
else. What were you saying?
I feel like he probably said it's been a couple episodes. If you guys could.
Yeah. Dude, all right, so that was like one of my main uh trains of thought here. So let me see. Okay, so one was Dan Schneider writes all the episodes and just doesn't take credit for them.
Yeah.
Because I think if like all the episodes are very similarly themed, there's not a lot of differences in them. You can't tell, especially after this one, you can't tell a Schneider from a non-Schneider.
Well, I don't know. I feel like uh some of them like they're probably like a writing board. Like
True.
one main person writes it, but then everyone else is like part of the editing process and they're like also adding in their own ideas. So that probably like makes it a little more cohesive because it would be kind of silly if like each episode was just super different, you know?
Right. And I figured, obviously, even the ones written by Dan Schneider aren't full Dan Schneiders. Like,
Yeah.
that's the point of writers' rooms. But that also led me to think my second thought here,
Yes.
Dan Schneider being the executive producer, because there's other directors and writers on every episode, but he's always credited as executive producer. Do you think he only hires people that are like cool with what he's cool with?
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Do you think that's part of like the interview process?
It's like, what shall call me? And like, you
Call me
think he just
crazy.
comes
Yeah.
out with it to just see how they initially respond?
Yeah.
Like, not even building up to it. He's just like,
No,
what do you think about toes?
yeah, I bet he slides it right in between like your past work experience and where you went to college.
Yeah. It's like,
He's all right, look at this girl's feet real quick. Tell me what you think. All right,
if
and
there's
they
any hesitation from them, he's like, eh.
yeah. Yeah, and if they're cool with it, then he's on to the next question like it's nothing. He's like, so it says
Yeah.
here you used to work at a CBS. Tell me more. Tell me about a time that you had a disagreement at work. Real quick, look at this foot though. What do you All right, about that disagreement. I don't know. I think it's a combination of both. I think it's him being the executive producer. He has so much pull at Nickelodeon already from previous shows
Yeah.
that like he is only hiring. Maybe that's not in the interview process, but people he thinks are cool with what he's cool with. And then also I do think it's like a collaborative room of writers where like somebody might be trying to write a normal episode and he's in there like, how about that toe family thing we discussed? And yeah, I don't know. I think the show's already running out of bits, like 6 episodes in.
They added random dancing in this one later. New
Yeah,
bit.
but the toe thing, it was stupid.
Yeah. The
They
show,
drew,
like iCarly, the show, like the web show is has always been bad. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Like if the show was real, nobody would watch it, and the
Yeah.
people that would watch it would be in jail because
Yeah. She'd be like, "You guys want to watch our little thing?" And then she would have been laughed at. I don't know.
yeah,
No one like I don't think that they're seen as cool in their school. At no point do I get that feeling, you know? Like I think there are cool kids in the school and they're not losers, but they're definitely not like cool. But I
that's
think in
true.
real life they would be like bullied so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they do have an enforcer within Sam.
That's true. I guess so.
Yeah, they have an enforcer.
Yeah.
I agree though. I don't think like this would get them laughed out of lunch tables. The quality
Yeah.
of this show.
Yeah. It's so bad.
It's so bad. I don't understand. They need a manager. But all right, so then the show continues. They show a kid crumping in almost what I would consider blackface. It's kind of ridiculous. So he's fully covered in peanut butter,
Yeah.
which I'm not comparing to blackface, but
So, okay.
but I mean that's kind of what it was.
Yeah. It's so gross. You can see it like falling off of him.
Do you think it was real peanut butter? There's no way.
Yeah. Do
That
they?
was it was so much.
It was a lot, but like probably not a good peanut butter.
Yeah, you think they hit him with like a not a Jif or a Peter Pan.
Yeah, no, it's like a store brand.
Yeah, maybe a Skippy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, so yeah, they show a kid crumping covered in peanut butter. So then Carly hears the elevator coming up, questions who it is. This brings us back to one of our older points. Why does the elevator have main lobby access?
Like, why was this grown man able to come in?
Crazy. And then So even worse. All right, so it's a Chinese guy comes out of the elevator, the most Chinese looking Chinese guy I've ever seen, and he's delivering Chinese food. Is he not?
Yeah.
He's delivering Chinese food. That part confused me as well because Sam admits to ordering the Chinese food,
Yeah.
but it was during the show in a time where there
Where
was no Grubhub.
she would have had to call.
Yeah. I feel like if I was Carly here, I'm calling her on her bullshit. Be like, hold
Yeah.
on, you don't know this guy. Why is he here?
Why
This is a stranger in our house.
are you defending him?
Where did the food come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, then it gets weird because the Chinese guy, they start interviewing him and they don't even touch the food.
Yeah.
He ends up spilling the food all over the floor. But then, like, the show gets boring and Carly and Sam just start dancing in front of this grown Chinese guy.
Yeah.
Why is he still there? What's he doing?
Just drop the food off and go.
Yeah,
How is he not like needing to get back to work?
apparently that's his last order of the day or something. I don't know. Where's Spencer in this? Why is Spencer like cool with some grown man just chilling upstairs?
Yeah, has no idea what's going on. He's just playing with his butter.
Yeah. If I was granddad and saw this episode, I'm driving straight back from Yakima and picking her up. You're coming. This is worse than the Hammers. He's an adult. And who is this guy? Why is he here?
So, yeah, and like he stays too. Like,
Yeah, he stays. They go downstairs. He's like playing in the toilet.
yeah,
He shows them that their toilet water's blue. It's
yeah.
crazy.
They would. That's so. I don't.
Have
Why
you ever,
would he just stay? Like, they don't even. He's not even there for any reason other than to show the toilet water. Like,
yeah, at that point.
which
I
we already knew was blue.
Yeah, Spencer told us earlier. That's what he bought along with the butter.
What are they writing? Why are they doing this?
I don't know. Who have you ever had a weird delivery driver try and stay too long?
So kind of, but I can't talk about it here. Yeah, because
Interesting.
yeah, I'll tell you later though.
Do they listen to the show?
So not that person specifically, but when I
Okay.
tell you why, then you'll know.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk later for sure. I've had
Okay.
I've had like weird people like smell weed in my house and be like, "Oh, it smells good. Like, what are you doing in there?"
Oh.
I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude. Give me my fucking cheesesteak. What are you talking about?" Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So,
I've never had anything like it's only been like normal drivers or this one very strange situation. And like nothing in between.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So after the episode, while the guy is chilling in the bathroom playing with the toilet water, the gang gets a email from Neville at nevelocity.com, and he says he wants to interview Carly.
Come on up.
Come on down.
Come on. Yeah. And like, oh, also, okay, I don't know. Something about, I guess, Spencer already knowing about Nevelocity and like the kids clearly not knowing about it. I feel like he could have let them know about it before this, before they were embarrassed in the school.
Who's Spencer?
Yeah.
Well, do you think Spencer knew about Neville?
He knew about the website
Right.
because when Carly tells him that she's emailing him, he's like, oh, Nevelocity, love that guy. I like the website.
Yeah. But I don't think Spencer could control like them being embarrassed by the girl. Is that what you mean? The girl Tasha?
Yeah, I'm saying like he could have been like, you guys should check this out
Oh, true.
way earlier
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I assume that he knows Neville's a local guy.
Yeah. Like when you see something that would help your friends, you send it to them.
Yeah, no, you're right. I agree. All right. Well, Spencer does agree to help by driving Carly over to Neville's.
Close enough
They,
to drive to
yeah,
somehow.
close enough. We don't know where, but close enough.
Close enough.
They then discover Neville's mom comes to the door. They ask how long she's been married to Neville, and then they discover that Neville is actually a child.
Just a little baby.
Yeah, which
He's
confused me.
like
Well,
not that much younger than them though.
no, he's not. I think he's probably a year or two younger than Carly looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they act surprised that he's a child, which is crazy because there's only like 4 adults in the entire city of Seattle in this show. It's like I don't know what they expected.
Like statistically it had to be.
Yeah, there's like 3 more adults in the entire city. It's
Yeah.
probably not him. So, yeah, they find that out. Spencer starts calling him a cute little child. Hello, James.
Oh, if I was Carly, what up?
What up, dogs? We need James on an episode soon.
Yeah, he needs to watch one. Take
We'll
note.
We'll get him tuned in.
We need him to take it seriously. People will come to us expecting a certain level.
Yeah, there's a standard now.
Yeah.
This podcast is not for fun and games. This is business.
This is business.
So Spencer starts calling him cute, saying he's a kid.
Yeah.
Neville gets offended. Then him and Spencer and Neville's mom go in the kitchen pretty aggressively. He might be making a move. We don't know what happens in the kitchen. We can only assume.
They're in there alone for a bit. They're 2 adults. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
They're probably. I assume they're both single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know. There is no Mr. Pepperman.
Yeah, no, I
we
think
know.
we're gonna roll with they fucked. I think that's.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
All right. It's confirmed.
Okay.
So Neville and Carly sit down for the interview. His first question in the interview is, what kind of shampoo do you use?
Right to business.
Right to the important shit.
Yeah.
He then proceeds to smell her hair before even giving her a chance to respond.
Gives her a good whiff.
Yeah, gives her a good whiff. He finds out what kind of shampoo. He knows.
Yeah.
He then reaches behind him and pulls out a framed X-ray of his brain.
Gotta show her the goods.
Yeah, pretty big flex, honestly.
Do smart brains and dumb brains look different on an X-ray?
That I wouldn't know.
I feel like the answer would be no. I could see them. Anything,
infected brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see that.
But like an X-ray is just showing you like size, and like a smart brain isn't really bigger. So yeah, you could see like if it's fucked up, but not like what's going on.
True. Yeah, it's a good point. Do you think you would ever do that as a flex to impress somebody?
My brain?
Yeah, or just a picture of it, maybe.
I think if I had one, I would show it, but not as a flex.
No, not on a first date.
Yeah. Whip it out like, hey. Well, check out what you could be getting into.
I speak 3 languages with this thing.
It'd be so romantic.
Yeah, right? It's honestly, I'll give him this. It's a unique move.
Yeah.
It's something I've never seen. Yeah, it's something I've never seen before.
Yeah.
So Neville, he shows her the brain. Then he briefly goes to the kitchen, returns with crackers and tapenade, which he force feeds to Carly.
Have you ever had tapenade?
No, I didn't know it was a real thing. I thought they actually made it up for this episode.
I have never had it, but I hate olives. So
I'm not a huge fan. I know they're good for you, so like I'll try and eat them if I see them there. Or if they're on
olives
something,
are
I won't
also
take them
good for
off.
you.
Yeah, but olives are real good for your heart, I've heard.
So it's like spinach
I eat that too.
and like bananas.
I'm allergic to those, so I need
Whoa.
need an olive.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Balance it out.
the occasional olive.
Yeah.
Where are we? Oh yeah, he force feeds her some tapenade. He then turns on a fireplace and then puts on some smooth music.
Yeah.
And if I was Carly, I probably would have fucked him at this point. Just just to get ahead. He does everything you could ask for.
He's smart. He has money.
Huge brain.
Huge brain.
Yeah. Fireplace.
He probably got a parking spot if they drove to his house.
True. True. That's big.
Yeah. Can't ask for much more.
Yeah. He kind of fucks it up. Cause like he could have I think he was on his way into it.
Yeah.
You know
Like
what I mean?
if he pulled back a little bit, was a little cooler about it.
Yeah. Cause he had all the tools right there.
Yeah. Everything was yeah,
And a good review could have easily secured it for him.
easily. But
Yeah.
what does a man do other than fuck up his chances?
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it in the past.
Yeah.
Neville blows it.
Yeah. Bit of sexual assault. That wasn't great on his
Yeah.
part.
He blitzed on first down. He went in, did a little assault, John. It's
That's no good.
have you ever kissed somebody without their permission, Kellen?
No, I have like kissed without asking for permission, but like when you know that it's fine.
Right.
Right. But never like I never if it's either up in the air or definitely a no.
Yeah. Dude, I was put in a weird predicament once where it was I went on this date with this girl. This is like 4 or 5 years ago.
Mhm.
And I think we'd went out the night before and then I just like dropped her off and then we went out somewhere for the Super Bowl the next day. I remember that. It was in Syracuse. And
Mhm.
then we watched the game and I dropped her off. Great vibes the whole night. Dropping her off, and it's one of those things where like it's like yeah, it's supposed to happen. We were
Yeah.
like staring at each other. I don't know why I'm saying this now, but we're already talking about it.
Okay.
But 'cause I do sound like an idiot at the end of this. But also
Okay.
so all right, whatever. We're like staring, boom, whatever, talking. Not like
Boom.
staring, but talking. And
Right.
then I kissed her before she got out of the car, and it was all good. And then she called me on my way home, and she was like, "Hey," she was like, "I'm mad that you didn't ask me to kiss me." And I was like, "Well, I was like, if I was wrong, then I'm sorry." She's like, "No, you weren't," but she's like, "It would have been better if you asked." I'm like, "It wouldn't have at all." I was like, "I would have
Yeah.
made it awkward."
Yeah.
And then she thought I was crazy for that, and I was like, "Well, I've never like." It wasn't one where like you lean in and get slapped. Like if that was
Right.
the case, then I would have been like, "Oh, I'm wrong here."
Yeah.
But it was very weird.
I do think it's like
Asking fucks it up, right?
so
It's a mutual knowing.
I think like you could I think with kissing specifically asking like if you want to fuck, you can find like hot ways to ask, right?
Right.
But like kissing, it is like especially like if it's a first kiss, it's like
Yeah, it's supposed to
yeah.
be like an in the moment thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is date two. They've both been great. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It was It was weird. I felt like an idiot afterwards, though. I stopped talking to her because I was like, this is embarrassing.
Like I do get like I guess I get where she's coming from. I guess it would just depend on the person because like
She ended up going in the Marines shortly after, and I was like, that makes sense. I don't know why, but it added up to me.
yeah. I think I'm on both your sides here.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
It is International Women's Day, so I expect nothing less.
International, I have to also be on her side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right, back to business.
Back to business. Carly's been smooched.
Carly's been smooched. Neville did a little assault. Carly responds by mushing tapenade in his face.
Yep. Yep.
Yep, a move she could have used earlier on Tasha, but she didn't.
She didn't have tapenade then.
True. She didn't want to do a raw mushing.
Yeah, that's just her hand.
That's a different level. True.
Yeah.
So Neville then screams, "You will rue the day. You'll rue this day."
This, even when I was younger, I was so pissed off because I was like I knew what rue meant. And
But
like,
you were mad at him for saying it.
no, I was mad at everyone else in the show being like, what's this word mean? And I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, they do play dumb with that, which upsets me. But also it's upsetting that he uses that word. Like, I get it because Neville is a smart kid and he tends to use different vocabulary.
Yeah.
It does seem unnecessary. Be like, "I'll kill you, bitch." Like, that would have been much more much more effective than you will rue this day.
I think rue fits because he like saying you'll regret this is kind of not that intimidating.
True. Yeah, it wasn't a direct threat.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of respect it then.
Okay.
Yeah. So they get back to the apartment. Carly's explaining to the gang the whole Neville incident, telling them about the little kiss. Then Spencer realizes it's kind of hot in there and the heat has been turned up and that his butter sculpture is melted.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Pause, because you skipped over something that I did like that Freddie did. Where
Oh,
he's
wait,
like,
yeah, my bad. I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
he's like, he kissed you. Show my lips what he did.
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's tried. You know?
Yeah. 'Cause I forgot that he had done that, and then I remember watching it today and thinking, like, as soon as he said, "Oh, he kissed you," that he was going to try and defend her honor, and he
Yeah.
immediately just made it about himself,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, what's he supposed to do? The kid's
He's just
struggling.
trying to kiss a girl.
Yeah. Can't hate him.
Yeah.
Spencer then realizes the sculpture's melted. Seems like he's been in there for a while to just realize that there's a pile of melted butter on the floor.
Yeah, I feel like the apartment in the show isn't like dirty, but like I feel like if you don't notice,
Yeah.
that your floor is covered in butter, what else are you not? Like you just walk around and you're like, whatever happens in here.
Right. Like, yeah, their peripherals are terrible. 'Cause
Yeah.
I would have spotted that almost immediately.
Yeah. My cats would have been licking it. That's
Yeah. Cats definitely. They don't have pets, so maybe that's why.
good.
Macaroni would have spotted that.
Macaroni would have been in that one.
Then Sam blames it on Freddie. Spencer isn't even that mad. He then runs out to get 28 more pounds of butter.
So much. Freddie's mom pops in and she's screaming at him about the butter. And she's like, why do you have so much butter? Insanity. Her and her son both just looking through that damn peephole.
Yeah, that confused me. 'Cause why was she so upset that Spencer no longer has butter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it matter to her what he does with his butter?
Well, and then before that, she accused her own son of being allergic to fruit.
Yeah.
And then Freddie says, I'm not allergic to fruit. And she's like, well, what if you were?
Which again, so I
Insanity.
felt, what if she is right and he's just trying to play it cool?
Ooh. Yeah, same with the ticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like, what has Freddie done to lead us to believe that he isn't?
Yeah, because he is a dork. Dude, I'm
Yeah.
interested. I'm honestly interested now. Like, once we finish this, I might watch the reboot and see if that ever comes back up.
Yeah. See if Freddie's in it.
Yeah, I
I
feel like
watched
that's
like,
a storyline they could go off of, where they'd be like,
yeah.
all right, Freddie's mom wasn't that crazy the whole time.
Yeah.
Freddie is allergic to everything and has ticks.
He has ticks.
Yeah,
He
still
just
to
keeps
this day.
getting them.
To this day. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's concerned. Freddie's mom's a little, what's the word? Worried Wilma.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what she is. Then Freddie starts to read the reviews from Nevelocity.com to Carly and Sam.
No good. No good.
No good. Neville talks shit on the show, rightfully so, after the departure that they had. She can't expect him to write a good review, even though he was in the wrong. He can't go in his room and be like, it's funny, it's a good show.
Love her.
Yeah, which he does. Does love her.
He does.
He
He keeps
he
coming.
he says that prison is better than iCarly.
So, well, okay. You got me thinking about the reboot because he's also in the reboot. And he like, well, I don't mean to spoil the reboot, but there is this whole thing where he's like trying to marry her. So
Interesting.
even now,
Yeah, I mean because I haven't seen the reboot, but I assume since he wasn't a loved character in the original, that they don't bring him back as like the cool guy. So
yeah, no.
I assume he's still a creep. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
Yeah.
He did love her.
He loved her.
Yeah, people do crazy things for love.
True.
So the team develops a plan to get back at Neville. They don't reveal the plan. They just say they have a plan.
They just smile at
Yep,
each other.
they all know. They're in
Yeah.
sync. Neville arrives to the apartment, introduces himself in the third person. He says, I am Neville. I am coming in now. Which is kind of a boss thing to do when you're entering someplace. I respect it.
Yeah. And then,
They get him up to the third floor, and then they actively kidnap him on camera,
yeah.
on a live stream. That was the plan.
It's so like, in what world do they think that them recording them doing that is better than like him just lying about not liking the blog, like the show?
Yeah. No, they literally have him held up in the iCarly studio with a
They're
guy
doing
coughing
bioterrorism on him.
literally doing bioterrorism. This is what the fucking Chinese did.
Okay.
This is how COVID started,
Bringing it right back.
from Nevelocity.
Yeah. Insanity.
Yeah, it was wild.
But they've got like the dumbest boy to do it. Jeremy.
I don't understand how that was, because like the way that they all looked at each other and nodded and smiled, you would have thought they had a great idea that wasn't
Yeah.
just live streaming a kidnapping. It's wild, but they all think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
They paid the guy Jeremy $5 to hold
$5.
Neville.
To kidnap a child.
Yep, make him confess to his crimes. Neville pulls the old reverse Uno card and offers Jeremy $10 to release him.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah, I mean,
Anyone?
about as easy as it gets.
Yeah.
$5. They could have pulled together more than $5.
Yeah.
Sam ordered $90 of Chinese food previously in the episode. Somebody's got money.
Piss poor with their dollars. Like, also, like $5, I would not even come to someone's apartment for.
Right. Yeah, I didn't even think about that either.
Like, he's already just in like bus fare alone. He's already
Yeah.
lost money.
Yeah, Jeremy's already in the hole.
Yeah.
This is a horrible plan. Horrible plan. So Neville escapes the wrath of Jeremy.
Yeah.
He escapes. He tells them they'll rue the day again, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. He has a
They're gonna ruin it. Yeah.
nice exit quote. Then they're like, well, how can we get back at him now? Shit, we got to figure something out. And they figure out what should have been the original plan, a much better plan. They call Neville's mom and just
Easy.
rat on him. Yeah.
Like he's a child. Of course, if like if someone like if my brother, for instance, when he was 11, forced a kiss on a girl, immediately call my mom. What?
Yeah. Don't kidnap him.
Step number 1 is call my mom.
Yeah. Also, if you're going to kidnap him, send an actual kidnapper.
Yeah.
Don't
Not just some kid.
send Lubert.
Some
Don't
lump.
send Jeremy. Yeah, send a lump. a whole lump after him. Or I thought about this after. Or why not have Freddie prove his worth here?
Yeah, be a man.
Yeah.
Like he could sneeze if he wanted to. He's covered in ticks or whatever.
Freddie should just beat his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did what to my girl? Boom. And then,
Boom.
yeah. Just
Mm.
like that.
Chivalry is dead.
Chivalry is dead. We watched the wrong one, International Ladies Day. But they call Neville's mom. They rat on him.
Yeah.
Neville's mom, Neville walks into his house, and Neville's mom and the whole gang is there. They're just chilling.
Hanging out.
Yeah. Neville's mom accuses Neville of the crimes he's being tried for.
Right. As she should.
As she should. It was weird to me here that it seemed that she was more upset about him liking girls than the sexual assault itself.
Yeah. She's like, you didn't even tell me.
Yeah.
The girls were icky.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. She's not like, you forced yourself on this woman. But
yeah.
none of that.
None of that. We don't care about that.
Not at all.
It's the principle of the matter that you didn't tell me you thought girls were cute.
Exactly. You gotta tell your mom that.
Is this just every kid where like the moment I started thinking boys were cute, I was like, I can't let my parents know about this.
Yeah. Dude, I'm still like that. Where like I don't tell my parents anything about like what I get into. Like they know about like the situation I'm in now, but that's just because it's been going on a while. But like, dude, it's funny because I saw my little brother over the weekend, and he was telling both my parents at dinner about. He's like, yeah, I was texting this girl all night, and she said she was gonna come over, and then she didn't. She fucking ghosted me. And I was like, dude, I would never tell mom and dad that. You're so bold.
Absolutely not.
It's crazy.
They know James's name. Like,
yeah.
We don't need much. I'm not texting my fucking mom about him. I recently started seeing like people talk on TikTok about how embarrassing it would be to get married because you have to like kiss someone in front of your parents. Never.
You wouldn't do it?
Just the idea of it. I don't think I've ever done it. So
no, honestly, I'm the same way. I always thought that like I don't want to dance in front of my parents.
Yeah.
I just get like weird with shit like that. I don't know why. But also I think if I had to, I could do it once.
One and done.
Yeah.
Hope the marriage sticks because I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So, all right, the episode ends with Neville's mom making him write a good review of iCarly. That's his punishment.
We brought it all back around.
Brought it all back around. Nevelocity, we got a good review.
We got a good review.
End of the day is safe.
For now.
For now.
He'll come back.
Neville does come back.
Yeah.
He's one we got to watch out for.
He's a repeat offender.
He is a repeat offender. Yeah.
When they I don't know if it's the next time that he comes or like the time after that, but there's one episode where they get him back and it's so good.
Is it in the first season? I don't think he comes back in the first season.
I don't know if it's in the first season. It might be later, but they get it's very involved. Their revenge plan.
It's better than the kidnapping plan.
Yeah, it's
Good.
insane.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Cause I forget what happens here.
Good.
It'll be
It'll be
good.
good. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Jenks, dude.
Hell yeah.
What else do we got? Is that all your notes? Did we miss anything?
I think the only other note I have, and this happened way earlier in the show when Carly gets the email saying that Neville wants to interview her initially. I saw on the counter their snack was a plate of tortilla chips and grapes. And I gagged a little. There wasn't even a dip.
No dip.
No dip.
I didn't notice that.
Just chips and grapes.
Those
two don't even go together if there was a dip.
Yeah, I mean, this show is... Yeah, those aren't even on, the same board.
Yeah.
What was that sound?
What?
Did you hear a sound? I swear an alien just came through my headphones. I swear to God. I'm not even on mushrooms anymore. That was insane. Yeah, those snacks don't go together. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I'm on drugs here.
Okay.
Well,
this
has been another one. This has been one of the best.
It's been such a good time.
A total 7.5 out of 10 spaghetti tacos. Well done.
Well done.
Well done, team. Callan, this has been real.
Drew, this is the time of my life.
Yes. Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you, dude. And we will be back next week. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.